What is going on, everyone? This is your Wednesday night sports delight. It's the platform sports talk show. I am your boy Smooth.
And Stanton, baby.
B Baker, what's going on, family?
Because when it's about sports,
it becomes our business.
And business just picked up. I see what you did there, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
What's going on with
y'all?
y'all?
What up? What up? What up?
Knuckle punch.
Yes, sir.
yes. So
Wait, are we? It explodes now. Is that
Are we doing that?
That's
Are we
the thing.
bowing it?
Because I went knuckle punch.
I saw him. I'm regular boy.
Like, wait.
Bow. Okay.
So it's knuckle punch.
Oh. Woo.
Is that the?
Oh man. We got.
And there you go. He just messed it up. It ain't take no time. None at all.
Confetti coming out. Championship knuckle punch.
pyrotechnics going on.
Oh man.
What's going on, y'all?
Use your
So,
ventilation.
as I said earlier, we usually are your Wednesday night sports delight, but
Tonight,
we
we competing with Chuck and the boys.
it's on the popping.
Or Shaq and the boys.
We
EJ,
doing it.
Kenny?
Oh man. Are we?
And ignore the person that you see walking in the shot. We doing big things.
Yeah,
as
so-
long as you can hear our smooth voices.
There we go.
Hollywood, baby.
So so you will see a young gentleman going through
He said
the
we
camera.
Hollywood.
Going Hollywood,
We
baby.
going Atlanta, sir. We going to Tyler Perry Studios.
Black Bike Week.
No, Tyler Perry Studios.
Oh, okay. All right, bet.
Man,
Tyler Perry got
everybody shooting down there.
Everybody.
I was like, it's happening.
Yes.
It's happening.
Yes. It's our
Black
time. That's
Hollywood.
Black Hollywood, baby.
I think they shot
why did it have
parts
to
of
be
Coming
in
to
Atlanta?
America 2 there and
Yep,
Bad
and
Boys.
Bad Boys.
Yeah,
They
Bad Boys
reshot
definitely,
Bad Boys.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
dope. That's dope. So yeah, so
Black
like,
Panther was shot there. Black Panther was the first film at the studios.
Word?
so as I said earlier,
Shout out to that one.
you will see
Black history.
my boy Tono Wilson going through your devices, your phone, your TV, your computer, whatever you're watching us through right now.
Your projector.
You're gonna see him
Your
throughout the
laptop.
show because we are rebranding, getting ready for 2020.
Yeah.
Big things in store.
Your
You're gonna see
Nintendo
the finished
Switch.
product
Yeah.
very soon. It's gonna be so dope. But besides that, fellas, how y'all doing?
Good, man.
Happy holidays to y'all.
Happy holidays,
Happy
everybody.
holidays. Merry Kwanzaa to y'all.
Oh, what?
And a happy Kwanzaa, because Kwanzaa starts today.
Right.
I
What's
asked-
today? What's today's word?
Kwanzaa.
Okay, gotcha.
All of them put together.
Right.
I
I just
asked,
had an eyebrow twitch trying to say that.
I asked
Kwanzaa.
B Baker on Facebook. There's been like this big old issue with certain people not liking seeing families dressed with the PJs, the matching PJs. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, matching PJs is cool, but did everybody have to do plaid flannel?
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. That's the
Everybody has
the
to
only
do
thing.
that.
That's the only
Like,
issue.
the matching is cool, but don't be looking like y'all
Stationary.
the black version of
Yeah.
us.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Everybody was
Stationary.
looking like black tether.
Everybody got red with black plaid.
I think Saxman Evans had a post. I had the plaid shirt with the black and black and red J's.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime I was like, hey, I ain't lying. I'm doing the same thing too. I ain't lying. I'm doing the same thing
Look,
too.
look,
100, dog.
Everybody looking like lumberjacks.
Right. Lumberjack onesies. We
Yeah.
chopping wood in our pajamas.
So yeah, man, we here on a Thursday night.
Bro,
Now,
what if
Stan,
the lumberjacks actually wore those onesies underneath
Oh,
their
no.
clothing?
Stop
to
playing.
stay
man.
warm?
No.
Stop playing.
No, you know, like how we
No.
wear flannel stuff, like not
Nope.
flannel thermals.
Nope.
No,
No.
Think about it.
No.
just say no.
I have never worn a onesie under any of my
No, I
garments.
said lumberjacks. You ain't no damn lumberjack.
Close enough. I use a chainsaw.
I'm talking about the ones that's actually in the woods with the hat
With the hat,
And-
that's what make you a lumberjack.
and the axe and
And the axe.
I'm
First of
talking-
all,
I'm
if
talking
you
the
use
Paul Bunyan
if you're
looking
using the
mug.
axe in 2019, you're stupid.
Or maybe they just John Henry strong.
They gotta be, because if you're using the axe,
Paul
you're gonna be all day,
Paul Bunyan. Thought I dropped it.
and you ain't got no paper towel bread. So I don't know why you doing this.
What is that, Brawny?
Right,
Yeah. Let's not.
big old Braun Strowman looking mud.
Yeah, so great show in store for you,
Yeah,
y'all.
we
Stan,
did.
he cannot stay real long tonight,
Yeah, I'm here for a short time.
but we're gonna still get it in
Gotta jet.
regardless.
Fellas gonna hold all down.
Oh yeah,
We gonna hold it
most
down,
definitely.
man.
So as the round
The show gonna
table,
be 35 minutes. Wow.
Hey, as long as you here, bro, we appreciate you coming.
right?
dog.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the round table begins now. One of the biggest reasons why we had this show was because Stan and B. Baker didn't like some of the upcoming changes that's about to happen in the NBA.
Oh yeah,
No.
I don't like none of it.
None.
Some buttery bull, if you
It's
ask
gimmicky, man.
It's like
It's too gimmicky. They trying too hard, man.
Caesars is running all of this. I need Vegas to back out. Because
Flat out.
it's like how many 2 or 3 years every time a big game comes up,
Yep.
just right at the bottom. Caesars got this person like over by this much. All that
Right.
stuff. Everybody betting. Stop it. Sports was fun when money wasn't that heavily involved. Back when it was just a whole bunch of big mother lovers just hitting people playing football.
Right. Just angry for no reason.
So for those who are not aware, who's like, what are you talking about? What changes is going down in the NBA?
I don't know why I said football when we talk about the NBA. Like, I was,
Because it was almost like football back then.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Come down the lane if you want to. I got 5 more. I got 6 good fouls for you.
Come on down. Look,
When they put the bomb dude in the 70s and the 80s, it was guaranteed you was gonna get hacked a good 3 times that half. Detroit Pistons picked Michael Jordan up, walked that man down to the dotted line and slammed him on his neck.
Yup.
And it was not a flagrant.
Never forget.
You just shoot 2 free throws.
He got up. He was like, all right.
Right.
Back then,
Y'all
it was like,
dislocated my
I remember
earlobe.
that.
All right, bet. Got you.
I love it.
I'm gonna put a post on y'all.
So real quick for those who are not aware,
Send it to your mama. with my
Right.
autograph on it.
some of the rule changes they're talking about
Hand
having.
delivered. Tell your mama Michael came by.
Right. Holla
They're
at you.
talking about having an in-game tournament.
Stupid.
They're talking about having a playoff
Wait a minute.
for the last 2
Whoa,
seeds.
Whoa.
In game.
Whoa.
Yeah. You heard him right.
In game,
For $1 million
in the middle of
per player.
No, a in-season
In-season tournament.
Oh,
yeah.
in season. Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh, thank
in-season tournament. Doing the playoff. Here we go. So this is the proposal for the 21-22 season. A 78-game regular season, a in-season tournament, $1 million per player. Of course, you have to win.
Yeah.
And $1.5 million for the coaches pool for a champion. A play-in tourney for 7 through 8 seeds, and then a Final Four reseed in the playoffs based on regular season records.
No. First of all, because for a lot of reasons. But the main one is the top seeds don't always go to the finals.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, bro. You said, hold on, pause. Main reason, first of all, because a lot of them. I'm like,
Right.
huh?
A whole lot of a plethora.
A plethora in the
Hey, man,
barrage.
you supposed to let me just speed past that. But all right, you got me. You right.
Nah, because
Call them out.
I guarantee you, it's got to be the chair. It's got to be the chair. So no, it might not be you. It might be the chair. Oh man.
Shout out to Sadal.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So when Sadal, when Stan saw the polls, he was like, "Oh man, we gotta do this show on Thursday. Friday."
Yeah. It's
So-
stupid, man.
Yeah, we here.
Shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks with that logo on the court, with the stanchion looking like the logo for Jägermeister.
You're right.
I was like, huh?
Right.
Right.
They almost look like the Ducks.
All right. So in some other news,
They look great.
Beast Mode is back
Yeah.
in
Trunk
Seattle.
full of Skittles.
So do you think that this will actually be a game changer for the Seahawks? Will
Yes, it
he
will.
produce?
Yes, he will. Yes, absolutely. He done had a year to do whatever he do.
They should have got him early in the season, though.
He had a YouTube. He has a YouTube channel where he was showing his training. That man goes to the beach in California, no shoes, no. He has on cleats in the sand,
Yeah.
getting it,
Took out the Kevin Garnett. He's run 10 miles on the beach in L.A.
getting it.
Yeah. But
ridiculous.
that's all good and everything, but that ain't game reps. It's too late in the season to add that kind of a piece before the playoffs when y'all already rolling in jail and everything like that. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm not saying it ain't going to work. I'm just saying I got concerns.
I don't think it's no concern because you know what's gonna happen. Pete Carroll gonna go ahead into his basement, dust off that 2014 playbook from that Super Bowl against Denver. We all remember what happened that game.
But what happened in the Super Bowl?
They won.
No, I'm talking about the next one. When
They
they try to make
didn't run
Russell
it.
exactly.
They
And that's the
know
reason why
now.
y'all lost them. So now y'all got to make sure y'all
know
feed
now.
the
Like,
beast.
fourth
Right.
and
If
one,
y'all
what we
going to
gonna
bring
do?
them back, It ain't just for no just popping circumstance. Y'all got to use that man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have misused him before. So if y'all gonna bring him in,
on 4th and 1, don't run it because that's what they gonna expect you to do.
So what? They still can't stop it. That's what they said against New England. Oh, they know it's coming. Let's throw the pass. Interception. Stupid. Y'all had 2 more downs. Y'all could have ran it twice. Not once, but twice.
And with him being gone from all this season until now, I don't really see him getting a lot of reps this game. This Sunday coming up, which is the primetime game.
Yep.
Sunday Night Football, playing at home against the 49ers. But the one thing I think that he will bring is that nostalgia.
Yeah.
Getting the crowd pumped for this big game.
He gonna come out in the 4-wheeler.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, just doing whatever it takes.
He'll come out with his mama.
Doing whatever it takes to get the crowd and to get the team going. It's pretty much, for me, a big morale boost because they already lost a few running backs already. But now you have him, and they brought back Turbin. He played for the Colts earlier this year.
Right.
He played with the Seahawks a while back.
So is Marshawn starting?
No.
Okay, all right. I'm about to say.
They starting to
he
just
ain't
went
gonna
down.
start.
They got 3 running backs now.
I
Right.
guarantee you, Marshawn gonna start. Cause you don't make that big of a fuss about re-signing beast mode
Right.
to have him come off.
No, because but that
ain't
make
gonna
more of a ruckus when he come in out the bench. Like his
Exactly.
first down when he actually checking the game, that's
Right.
gonna be way bigger than the first time he come out.
Regardless,
It is true that, yeah, but it's better when you come out the bench. That's in any sport.
More NFL. They're talking about possibly having NFL games on a Saturday as well. Good
Doing too
idea,
much.
bad idea.
Doing too much. Doing too much.
I think that'll be a compromise for those that hate Thursday games but don't want to wait till Sunday.
Thing is that we'll
then
take
that way
away
with
from the
Saturday-
college game, though.
No.
Right, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah, it definitely will. I mean, even if
I don't think it would.
think about it. Why would you have an NFL game on a Saturday night? Who gonna actually sit at home and watch an NFL game on a Saturday night? It's some people that will, but not a lot.
I will.
And then, okay, now
It's
it take.
don't overlap with the Oregon game.
First of all, when they added Thursday, it kind of took away from Monday a little bit. Now, if you add Saturday, it take even more away, which is
What if you
odd
get rid
spot
of
because we
Thursday?
always go out for wings and stuff like that on Monday nights. Now
What if
we
you
just
get-
like
Get rid of Thursday. So that
they're
way
not getting
it's-
rid of Thursday though.
I mean, I think that would be smart.
But why would you get rid of Thursday when you isolate it to go to Saturday when you got to share it with college football?
Maybe college football will move to Thursday.
No, they ain't moving.
They not doing that. They got class.
Right.
They got class. NFL got money. Don't nobody care about class when you got money. Donald Trump.
Facts. But
Can you argue that?
and where he at now? Getting ready to get his ass up out of here for that very way of thinking.
He's a fruit.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of college football, this Saturday we have
Going down,
we
baby.
have the big games going down.
And none of them have Alabama.
So, ooh.
Nobody even asked you all that,
Ooh.
man. None they got Oregon neither.
I wasn't expecting it.
Hey, you
I'm
know,
just getting out the obvious.
you know I ain't
We
saying
can
my
take a year
team.
off.
You know I ain't saying my
You
team.
better not. You better not. What bowl y'all playing in? The Chili Bowl?
The watch the games at home with the cereal.
Right. Y'all playing in the cupcake paper.
They playing in the wash bowl, taking a bath.
Right.
So sit on the couch.
You
and
better not,
Right,
boy. Y'all
right.
playing in the bowl haircut.
Hey, it's still MIZ. It's still MIZ though. But yeah,
Exactly.
so
Y'all playing in the miserable bowl.
right.
That was a good one.
I can't argue because hey, right now we in the bad spot.
But you know what? I can't even talk because my basketball team is miserable. Okay.
Hey,
Fact. There you go.
hey, man.
2 times in a row. So yeah, so
The
we
song say
have
3, but we not gonna
LSU and 3 LSU and
Yeah.
Oklahoma, and then so who you have in that game?
Oklahoma, because Jalen
I'm-
Hurts gonna get his
You
little
going for the
issue
upset
off.
special?
He gonna get his little issue off for not winning the
I'm
Heisman.
with you.
He gonna get his
I'm
issue
with
off.
him.
Cause he got
I'm
something
with
to
him.
prove. And
Yeah,
he ain't get the
exactly.
Heisman? Oh,
They ain't got see the most dangerous thing in the playoffs is a team ain't got nothing to lose. If they lose, oh well. If they don't even score, oh well. They're not supposed to win. So now they
Philadelphia in the Super Bowl.
LSU
Finally,
might
yeah.
get tight. You know what I'm saying? Because if it get close, they're gonna be like, man, we can't lose this game, dog. You know
And
what
it's
I'm
in
saying?
Louisiana too, in the Superdome.
That's what I'm saying. So they got all the pressure, all of it, 100% of it. Oklahoma ain't got to do nothing but show up. If they lose 56-0, ain't nobody even gonna trip.
So with that being said, I'm going with LSU. And then the second game, this should be an incredible game
It's gonna go
as
down.
well. We have Ohio State,
The Patent pending.
And
Yes.
Clemson,
Yes.
the defending, undisputed,
Who
defending
played
national
better at
champions.
the end of the year than the beginning.
Right.
They coming into their championship form, which makes them even more dangerous.
You think people are still they're underappreciating Trevor Lawrence?
They definitely are.
Sunshine.
They definitely are. Pantene Pro V. Hey, you know what? I know he got flowing locks and he doing one of these before he throw the pass, but the boy is cold. He money. He is money.
Yeah, so it should be good. Who y'all have winning that game?
I got Clemson.
Man, so y'all know last year for the college football playoffs, I was the king of predicting the upsets, whether they did or did not come true.
Facts.
So with this game of the reigning, defending national college football champions going against the Ohio State University, I ain't picking nobody because I don't know.
You got to pick.
Really?
You got to pick.
No, I don't.
Be a man.
I ain't gotta
Be a man, damn it.
My third grade teacher told me in the third grade, all I got to do is stay black, pay taxes, and die.
They lied to you that early in life.
Damn.
Shout out to teachers. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out.
Hey.
You lied.
Hey, that was the same day they got fired, huh?
Yeah. You lied.
Out the door. Go.
Where's she at now?
I mean, she did get fired, but it wasn't that year.
See?
Like it was plenty of years.
Miss
after.
Jackson at Family Dollar right now, like, I shouldn't have told that boy that.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Her name was.
Yes, our cameraman has wit too.
Shouts
baby.
out Tono, man.
Yes, yes.
Look,
yes.
I feel like
y'all will hear some big things from this dude very soon.
Yes.
I feel
Yes.
like since this is going
This
to be
boy
the last,
talented, man. This boy do a
since-
whole sketch in like 3 seconds.
I feel like since this is the last show of the year.
Of the decade.
Are we
Of the
sure this time?
decade.
Because, you know, we was so sure last time.
Oh no,
right.
we super sure because
Okay.
today next year will be the second. So
Right.
So since this is the last show, I just want to say y'all some niggas for that. I just need y'all to know
we gonna be niggas for life. So it is what it is. Right. It is what it
I just
is.
need y'all to know that right now. But yeah, I
Think about it.
don't know because Clemson's road this year wasn't so clean,
Is it?
That's what
I
make it
mean,
perfect.
but isn't that how it usually is with
and
Clemson?
Ohio State been on a tear.
They've
gonna
been
make a
balling.
hell of a
But,
video.
See, the Big Ten championship kind of had me go like, wait a minute,
Right.
because if Clemson does what Wisconsin did in that first half,
They outta here.
they'll keep their lead against Ohio State.
They out of here.
They would.
That's the thing. That's what make them scary because they turned it on when it was supposed to be. They was cruising in the regular season. And even to the point where they was out of the top 4 at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then now it's like, okay, we're going to show y'all who we really are before he get up out of here. So, I mean, you make your own decision, brother.
Right. Yeah, I'm going with Clemson.
Me too.
Going with Ohio State.
There it
you
is.
go. Okay.
All right. We talked about this a little bit on Facebook,
quarterbacks.
but Luka Doncic is officially Jordan Brand
Jordan
And
Brand.
he's back tonight.
tonight.
He got to stick his tongue out on step back threes now.
Talk something.
At least one time, man. Shrug his shoulders or something, man. Push off on a little bit of something.
I think this All-Star weekend is going to be crazy.
It's going to be dope. And it's right down the street in Chicago.
Right, Chi-Town.
I'm still thinking about going down there, man.
I
I'm going to go to the game
man. Just to
just to be there, man.
Just to be in the madhouse,
Especially if the
bruh.
weather the way it is now.
Watch it be like 20 degrees.
It's going to be below 20.
And,
It's gonna be 20
and it's
below.
in February, too.
And it's in Chicago. Chicago in February. I went to Chicago on my birthday. My birthday in January.
Ooh,
In 2 weeks, matter of fact, I'll be 40.
I've done.
I
that.
went to Chicago in January, and it was
done that.
55 degrees. I was hyped. Oh, it's 55. The next day, I was going to see the Lakers and the Bulls. I could hear the building cracking. That's how cold it was. The building was. I had to walk backwards when I went outside.
Oh,
I sold them damn tickets.
against the wind.
I ain't got no. Chicago in February is unforgiving.
And I heard that the United Center is like in the hood.
It is on the west side. It's by the worst
hood.
part in Chicago where people known for getting shot at.
Oh, wow.
A gunshot like a car alarm to them. And that's where the United Center at.
That's how you know them some dedicated.
And the
fans.
Uber drivers don't give you no forgiveness. If you ain't outside, if you ain't at the Uber spot in 30 seconds, they
I'm gone.
gone. They'll let you know on the app Uber driver has left. Damn.
That's crazy.
He
That's
gone.
crazy.
That's real.
But yeah, I expect to see guys like Luka,
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier. We may have 2 St. Louis cats. May
He
have
definitely
Tatum
better.
and Bill.
Yeah.
You should see more youngsters coming in. Like Trey Young, he should be an all-star.
Record too bad.
You think so?
They got the worst record in the league, man.
I mean, but that's talking about being an all-star.
Yeah.
It kind of do now. Yeah. If it's close, they going to give it to somebody else.
Okay.
Man.
But like I said, it should be dope, man. A lot of young stars should be
Yeah.
part of the All-Star festivity in regards to the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And not just the rookies and sophomores.
Right. I'm about to say he could be in the rookie-sophomore game.
that too, but I want to see him on the
I want to see
bigger.
who in the dunk contest. I got to know, man. They ain't even gave us no hint.
Ain't nobody dunking no more.
Speaking of which, they said today that Zion Williamson, and this is serious. When I saw this, I was like, whoa. It's to the point now that after his surgery, that they are working on him learning how to walk and
Yes.
run differently. That's huge. I mean, when I saw that, I thought about Markelle Fultz.
No, this ain't the same. A shoulder is totally. He got a meniscus tear. That's not even a major knee injury. First of all, second of all, they not slick. They setting him up to do the Blake Griffin, Ben Simmons. They not slick. It's a 4-week injury. They gonna try to drag it out for a season because the team. I believe the team get money for a rookie of the year too. It gotta be because they sound like they setting it up for him to play next year.
Yeah, I feel like he's not gonna play it out this year.
Look, didn't I call it? And I was wishing I was wrong. I said he was gonna be a bust, man.
Oh, you saying the B word already?
It ain't looking too good.
I don't think he's gonna be a bust. I think they just gonna try to sit him out for the whole season because they know Ja Morant gonna get rookie years already solidified.
Yeah.
And they like just do it next year so we can get our franchise on and do that.
Interesting, man. So
I hope that happens.
that is the round
Me
table,
too.
and I know that you have to go ahead and split, right?
Yeah, I'm about to head on out of here. You heard my watch go off. Yep. All right, y'all.
All right, man. So yeah, that was Stan.
I hope y'all peeped the wave so y'all know why I was getting on about his
Peep
wave
the
cap game. You know what I'm saying? Because he looked like the little side part on the highway. Wave game busting, baby.
All right, man. Be safe,
All right,
man.
bro.
Exit point right there.
I get with you, man.
Prayers up to you and your fam, man.
Yes, sir, man. Let us know, man.
All right, man. So yeah, it's just me and B
Once
Baker.
again, baby. We
Yeah,
back
man.
at it, 2-man weed.
So let me go ahead and get in contact with Joe. It's time for Joe Knows.
Joe knows.
Y'all already know what it is. So for all those who love hockey, who love baseball, this segment is for you. Bring
Yes.
any questions. Bring them comments right now, man. No matter what it is. Make sure I get her on the line first.
Yep.
But yeah, no matter what it is in regards to sports wise, go ahead and leave the comments, and we got y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right, Joe, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you guys?
All right. Happy holidays to you. How was your Christmas?
Christmas was really good, and me and Brendan wear really cozy clothes too on Christmas.
Y'all didn't do the plaid, did y'all?
No, we usually just wear like some sweatpants and then throw in like a sports jersey. So he wore a Conway Mighty Ducks jersey, and then I wore a Jaden Shorts jersey.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was gonna ask that did someone rock some blues PJs or something?
No, just a jersey.
Got you. Man, so we have a lot to discuss with you in regards to some hockey and some baseball. You ready?
I am ready.
That's what's up. So I like that.
Right.
So real quick, I had a question I wanted to bring that was in regards to hockey real quick, and then we go to baseball. But when you think about blues, who is your favorite blues player ever?
Ever?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a hard one. I know we had some family friends that work with the Blues, and I used to be I don't know if it's because I was a catcher, and I kind of like put the two together, catchers and goalies, but when we had Chris Osgood, my parents surprised me with the Chris Osgood signed hat, and one of the workers got it from the Blues, so I always really liked Chris Osgood, and then I know I was younger whenever Tony Twist played, but just him, I like the whole fighting mindset, and I hate that that's not in the game as much anymore.
Yeah.
I would say, of course, I have a lot of love for Brett Hull and Chris Prongers and Wayne Gretzky for the 2 days that he played for us.
Right.
But I was always a fan of Pierre Turgeon.
That was my mom's guy right there.
That was my dude. I think he was number 77. Is that correct?
Yeah, 77.
And he kind of put me in the mindset of a young Gretzky. He was very skilled with the puck. He can set up guys. He can score. I don't think he really fulfilled in regards to numbers wise and points the way that he really wanted to. But I always when we first signed him or I made a trade for him, I was crazy about him. Yeah. I'm like, man, this the dude right here. You know how the Red Wings.
Yeah, he was fun to watch.
You know how like the Red Wings had Sergei Fedorov and Eisenman, and we had Turgeon and Bert Hull and so on.
Right.
So and
Pavel
Demitra, rest in peace. So we had
all of them.
Right. So that was my dude. Anyone to stick out to you? B?
I want to say Chris Pronger, but I'm gonna go with Paul and Gino Cavallini brothers. I'm gonna just say them. They just did it for me. They actually got me watching hockey when they used to come on Channel 11 back in the day, and I used to check it out every now and then. I'm not a big hockey guy, so I can't say I'm a historian of it. I don't know all the players and everything like that, but them was my guys. So
there it is.
There's a lot of good old school hockey players.
Right.
We were just talking about on Christmas with my husband's brother, just like Pavel Bure, just even people that didn't play for the Blues. There's just so many good hockey players that were in the 90s and early 2000s that were just really fun to watch.
Right. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and stick with some hockey right now. Right now, the Blues. I think about 2 weeks ago we talked about this. Like, oh my God, they having a little losing streak going on, and is it panic time?
Right.
But now they have won 6 in a row. They are enjoying their Christmas break. They have a wonderful lead in the Western Conference right now. Do you have any cause for concern at all for this team, or are they looking exactly what you thought they would? Even with the injuries to Steen, which he's back now. Sammy Blade, he's gone right now, but he'll be back soon. And then, of course, you got Vladdy Tarasenko. What's your thoughts? Do you have any concern with this team going to 2020, or are you just like cruise control? Like, we all right.
We got this. Yeah.
The only concern that you could have is just like that typical, like, even though we won the Stanley Cup, it's always going to be there. Like, okay, last year was totally opposite where we went to the break, we sucked, and then we turned it around. So, like, it's like that superstition thing that's kind of in your head, like, oh my gosh, the same thing can happen, and we can just go into 2020 sucking now. But, I mean, honestly, other than, like, that superstition type thing, no. I mean, I was telling Brendan, when we were playing the Kings, was it Monday night? I was watching them, and I know the Kings aren't good like they used to be, but they're that team. I felt like earlier in this decade, we would play the Lightning or the Kings or just those really elite teams, and it just seemed like they skated all over us. They're just faster than us and more skilled than us. But I was watching that game the other night. I'm like, we look like that team now.
Right.
We just have a really everything, the skill, the speed, and it's not even just like that's missing Tarasenko.
And what's crazy is that, years back, our biggest concern was always goaltending. You used to always worry about goaltending. That's the least of our worries. You know what I'm saying? For the first time in years, that's the least of our concern, because even with Jake Allen getting the playing time, he's been clowning. And y'all know about Bennington.
And he's on something else right now, Jake Allen. I don't know if it was just like a in his mind type thing, because I know like baseball, honestly, you guys hear it all the time. It's like 90% mental, the other 10% is just everything's physical, and that's the same thing as hockey. You had to think Jake Allen just got a big contract, and then going into last year, we traded for O'Reilly, signed Bozak, brought Perron back, and going into last year, you're like, this team looks like a really good Stanley Cup contender team.
Right.
And then the opening night, Allen gives up like 5 goals, and so I mean. He's had his struggles, but I mean, right now, I think it's maybe the whole mindset of, hey, I'm a backup. They don't need me every single night, and I think that's really helping him.
Yep. And I'm looking at the standings right now. The Blues are leading in the West. They have a 5-point lead. No, 6-point lead over second place Colorado. And then in all of the league, we're only 3 points behind from having the best, the most points of all the league. Washington Capitals are number 1. So, I mean, this has been incredible. A lot of people thought that
They're gonna tail off.
because of you only had like 2 days, 3 days off from Stanley Cup to the first game of the regular season, or should I say practice off the preseason to the regular season. But this Blues team, Craig Berube has done an incredible job knowing how to analyze or determine, okay, who needs a break here. I know we had some injuries, but that's kind of been like a blessing because you haven't had to use certain guys.
Right.
And now when it's time for May to come around,
They already
you should have a nice, fresh Steen, Blade. Hopefully Tarasenko comes back. That can actually benefit us. And also shows the depth of our team to bring up guys like, he's hurt Costin. And now you have Kyrou, Jordan Kyrou out there.
He's been looking great.
Man, he's coming in doing the damn thing. You have the veteran that they brought in, Troy Brower. I know you had Nathan Walker. He came in, played a couple games. So it's like we're not telling off when we have guys
even
coming
Michael
in.
Del Rose has been Michael Del Rose has been looking really good lately. It's like it took a little bit of time for him to settle in, with the rest of the team, but he's even been like, it's weird because like third and fourth lines, they're not supposed to be good, but our team all of our lines are just so deep, and once you get Tarasenko back, it's just gonna be that much scarier. And like you look at it, I feel like we don't have one like elite player compared to like Ovi and Crosby and Malkin and all of them, like Austin Matthews, McDavid. But we got a big group of really good, talented guys that do a little bit of everything, and it mixes, and it just shows up on the ice and at the end of the night on the scoreboard.
Right. So with that being said, are the Blues? I'm not trying to start no issues. St. Louis gonna be like going crazy, but are the Blues better without Vladdy?
No, I don't think so. I mean, because Vladdy, he just brings so much to the game, especially like the last year or so. He's been showing that he can actually like do some checking too into the boards and whatnot. So I mean, and his wristers there's not many like that in the league. So I don't think they're better without him. I think it's like some type of weird magical run. I don't know what it is, but it's fun to watch, and there's not much to complain about. But once Stanko gets back, I think we're going to look a lot scarier.
Do you think, or who do you think should be responsible for Tarasenko playing better, playing like a champion? I feel like, to me, bringing in Ryan O'Reilly did that to him. Who do you feel?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, even just like O'Reilly, as just him as one guy, brought so much like leadership into the clubhouse. And even like, I remember Stanko last year, he was like apologizing to the fans because everything was it was so bad. But when you have people like O'Reilly and then Steen and David Perron, like they're vets in the league, and I know Perron has come and gone a couple times now, but even people like him, like they know this city, they know this league, and they're good leaders, like veteran leaderships. And so that's what I like about like those three guys, Steen, Perron, and O'Reilly. I think those three really help out settle everything down.
And once again, shouts out to Craig Berube. He is the fastest to 100 wins in Blues franchise history.
Damn.
So, incredible job by Berube. Berube. Make sure I said it right. I don't want to beat me up.
You gotta put the accent on.
There you go, Berube.
Right.
But yeah, so shouts out to him as well. Do you feel the Blues may have possibly 4 or 5 All-Stars, especially with it being St. Louis?
I think so. I mean, I know for sure that there's so many guys having great years. Like even O'Reilly, he's not scoring as much, but everything else he's doing is a typical Ryan O'Reilly year. And then Bennington, you could say him, but at this point, you can even say Jake Allen if you wanted to, but that won't happen.
Right.
But I think you definitely have to show Perron and maybe Shen. Shen and Perron already have more points, I think, than they did this time last year. And last I saw, Perron was tied with Ovechkin with points in the entire league this year, which is crazy. And that's like, it's just crazy looking at that and hearing that and not having Tarasenko on the team.
And then Pietrangelo playing some of his best hockey probably ever.
Yeah, he looks amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's ever going to happen in the league with Brett Burns and Carlson, but one of these years he's going to win that Norris Trophy.
Right. And for those who's watching for the first time, once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. Usually we are on Wednesdays, but because of the holiday and some recent upcoming, well, not upcoming, but some recent news that we receive in sports, we like, you know what? We got to go ahead and do this show tonight.
Got to, man.
And usually Stan, he'll be here, but he had to leave due to a family emergency. So prayers up to him. If you see a young man going across our screen throughout the whole night, a guy holding the camera, we are rebranding, getting ready for 2020. So shouts out to Tono Wilson. He's going to be playing a major factor into a lot of things coming up for our promotional needs and everything as well. Right now, this is Joe Knows. So if you got any hockey fans, any baseball fans, no matter what team you're supporting, if you got any questions for us, for her, go ahead and have them comments on the screen and give it to us, and we will ask her as well. Going to baseball.
Uh-oh.
Thoughts? So the league had an agreement with the umpires. So pretty much it's going to happen very soon where you're going to have a robotic K-zone. Do you like that idea or not?
I like and hate it. I know they were just talking about it when we got home on LB Network that they can see it probably within the next year or so.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I hate all the changes in baseball that has happened in the last couple of years. To me, it's the greatest game that's ever been created. It's so, like, it sounds stupid, but baseball's so romantic and beautiful, and I just love everything about it. And they've been making all these changes, and, like, I understand the K-zone. It's been absolutely terrible the last couple of years with the umpires, but you're going to be taking away the human element of it, which I don't like. And then they've been doing it, I think, in the Arizona Fall League this past year, and how they tested it, I don't know how to explain it. I'll have to find the video and show it to you, but it's where they showed a catcher catching it pretty much in the dirt.
I saw
it. Was not a strike at one point.
I saw it.
And just because it nicked a corner of the strike zone, it was a strike.
Yep. I saw it. And of course, they still have to fine tune some things in regards to having basically avoiding that happening.
Right.
Especially if you're in the World Series or you're trying to get to the playoffs. But you don't want to have that one game.
Disaster, man.
You don't want to have that one game in which it was clearly a ball, but it was called a strike.
And a computer error.
Yeah. And then, so what they're doing is, of course, you have the robotic K-zone, and it'll tell the umpire a few seconds after the pitch.
So you're going to have the delay.
So that's going to be something else that they have to fix, because what if they have some kind of computer glitch and it takes 10 seconds?
Loading.
So, like,
yeah, you see how slow it takes them to go with the review.
And
the reviews, you got to call New York and whatever.
It's gonna be like on Naked Gun. Remember when they threw the ball? He's like,
like, what is it?
Right?
The whole thing is trying to make the game faster. They're trying to make all the games faster these days, so they keep adding all the electronics. That's going to make it slower.
And then now think about this scenario. What if you have it? What if a guy steals base and it's 2 outs, it's 2 balls, it's 2 strikes, and the catcher he automatically throwing it to second because he's thinking it may be a ball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they call a strike.
So that whole the K zone has to be like, as soon as one thing happens, kind of like a speed gun.
Yeah.
You have to have the results right there.
Right.
You know,
so instantly.
Yeah. So hopefully they get that right real quick. Shouts out to Stacy. She said, "Gentlemen, good evening."
Hello, Stace.
Good evening to you, Stace. Hope that you have had a wonderful Christmas and upcoming New Year. Happy holidays to you and your family. Share this stream with the peoples right now. So going back to baseball, what would you say to those who would say baseball is boring?
Well, that's what they were talking about on LB Network too. That like even the big baseball fans and lovers aren't even enjoying watching a pitcher go out there and strike out 10 batters. Like, I love that. Go home, watch a ball game, watch Jack Flaherty strike out 10 batters.
Right.
Like, that's fun to me. It's like I don't know if it has to do with me literally playing softball most of my life and being a catcher, but like sitting back there and calling a game and seeing everything. that's fun to me, and that's another reason why I don't want the whole robotic strike zone. But I don't think baseball's boring at all. Like, going to the stadium, I have a great time. Watching it at home, I have a great time. I don't know if it's just fans that don't know all the rules that say that, but I really enjoy watching the game. Even just the energy of everything about it, I love. The only thing I don't like is the new changes they're making.
Yeah, well, if you don't like pitching, you're not a baseball fan. Facts. So you can't say you're a baseball fan if somebody pitching a no hitter or one hitter or a shutout, anything like that. So for all y'all that's saying baseball boring because of that reason, you're not a baseball fan. I personally think baseball is getting boring because of the announcers. I think that's what throws it off. And when I watch baseball,
because of what I didn't hear.
The announcers.
Oh, the announcers.
Yeah,
okay.
because they getting older, you know what I mean, and they don't have any new fresh blood, you know, in the announcing ring. So I think that's the reason why a lot of people are saying it's boring. Me personally, I don't watch it when it's local. Like, honestly, I listen to the radio. Like, I put my Bluetooth on. And that's the only way I can watch a baseball game because the announcers will make you sleepy. You know, they just only telling you about the game. There's no color commentary. There's no wit to it. You know, there's nothing modern to that part of it. So I think the announcers need to be more modern, but the game itself going to always be baseball. So
yeah, I think the announcers, like, it might be me being biased, but I really enjoy listening to Danny Mac talking, and
Me
literally
too.
anyone he has on there, whether it's Rick Ankiel, Jim Edmonds, everyone hates McCarver. I can't stand him either, but sometimes hearing about Bob
I love
Gibson,
McCarver.
Do you? I do.
he messes up a lot, but
Yeah.
hearing him talk about Bob Gibson is interesting and fun to watch. So, like, I love Danny Mac, and he's funny, and, like, there's a lot of teams, because we have the MLB at that app, and so we'll just, like, during the summer, fall asleep, listen to the West Coast games or something, and some of those guys they're kind of boring, and they'll go a half inning, no talking.
Yeah.
Danny Mac, I feel like he tries, and he'll talk about history, and he doesn't even have to talk about baseball. He talks about everything, and so that's what I love. But you're not going to have a Vince Scully anymore. Like, he was fun to listen to because he told you a story throughout the entire game, so that was fun. But Danny Mac, I love listening to Danny Mac call a game.
In regards to broadcasting, I think that was one of the reasons why they had to let go of Al Bosky because he just wasn't appealing, especially to the young audience anymore.
Exactly.
But I do love the combo of him, McLaughlin, and Brad Thompson.
Right.
I think those two are.
Oh, yeah, Brad Thompson.
Those two are energetic. The Brad Thompson, he just has that knack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, of just being naturally funny, but also being knowledgeable. I'll take those two guys. In regards to McCarver, I know he can be all sometimes saying the wrong person's name or or whatever, but I like how he's critical.
Right. Yeah.
You know, there are certain times where some guys like I love Ricky Horton. He's a great guy, but I think sometimes you try to be too right for TV, because they paying me. I don't want to say you was wrong. But Carver, he'll go in and say, why didn't you run that out? Or why are you swinging for the fences and not hitting it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, go back to what she was saying about the human element. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I do listen. I love Brad Thompson on there too now. Like, it's fun that we have former baseball players that have played in this generation, and then you have people like McCarver that are on there too.
Right.
And so they hit every fan. Like, every fan that loves baseball and watch baseball.
Yeah.
Someone's talking to them. They can talk about that time.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. So far, great conversation. So let's move into some more news. I saw a tweet by John Heyman. I think it was today. He said the most improved team so far over this offseason. I'm going to go from 10 to 1. He got the Padres, which I feel they can be a little bit higher.
Right.
Number 9, the Jays. Number 8, the Mets. Number 7, the Phillies. Number 6, the Diamondbacks. Number 5, the Rangers. Number 4, the Reds. Number 3, the Angels. Number 2, the Yankees. And number 1, the team from not the north, but the south side of Shire, the White Sox.
Yeah.
What thoughts on that list alone? Should it be concerning that right now that the Cardinals aren't even close to being on that list?
not to me because the Cubs or the Brewers aren't on there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if they were on there along with the Reds and not us, that'd be a little concerning.
Be a
but
problem.
the Cubs are just as quiet, and so are the Brewers. The Brewers have made little moves here and there, and like I told you, like last week, I think they made some moves. They're gonna have a pretty deep roster, I think, with Abigail Garcia that they signed. Like I can promise you right now, well, he'll be breaking our hearts a little bit next year.
Yeah. It was a good move by the Brewers getting him.
Yeah, but I mean, we did something. We got a left-handed pitcher. I really hope he's a starter, not a reliever. But yeah, KK. I love that little sign he held up. Hello, STL.
Yeah, and for those who isn't aware, the Cardinals 2 weeks ago, I believe now, signed Kwang Yang Kim, something like that. Pardon me for not knowing the name correctly. Got her from Japan. He's a filthy pitcher.
Okay.
He had Tommy John a few years ago, but ever since then he's been better. He's improved, and he can be that guy from the left side of the rotation. I hope that he makes it as a rotation piece because we need that in our rotation. I think we got him for about 3 years, cost effective. So we didn't have to spend a whole lot as if we was getting like a Bumgarner or a Dallas Keuchel, in which he went to the White Sox. But I think it's one of those moves by the Cardinals in which I want to bring this up to you next, Joe. It looks like
a typical Cardinals move.
Exactly, and it looks like I know a lot of people, including myself, and definitely Sadal, in which we want to have that big, sexy, splashy move, but it looks like the Cardinals, they're getting to the point where unless it's like a Paul Goldschmidt kind of thing, they're not trying to spend bukus of dollars by getting a free agent.
You got a bunch of B- students.
You know what I'm saying? They would rather get something via trade in which they know that, okay, I'll have this guy for more than 1 year.
Right.
And also, let's try to find the diamond in the rough. In which kind of what they did with Mikolas, Michaelis, and now with Kim.
Right.
Looks like that's what John Mozeliak is trying to do now, and that's what the Cardinals motto is instead of just going all out like the Yankees and Dodgers, they want to try to find that diamond in the rough.
Right. But they always do.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, we can't get like too mad at them for it, like especially where we're at now. The last Mo's been with us for 10 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 years, we missed the playoffs 2 times?
Right.
2 or 3? So, I mean, we got to sit here and, like, I guess, try to realize it's worked most of the time. It's just a little, like, it's annoying as a fan knowing that we spend a lot of money on guys that don't need all of that money.
Right.
Instead of spending it on that big superstar name. So, I mean, like, I do think the last 2 years we might have signed one of the big free agents, but we've been giving money to people that are already on our team for extensions that maybe, like Matt Carpenter. I love Matt Carpenter, but should he have gotten that giant extension? I don't think so, and that's probably a reason why we didn't get a starter last year, or why we weren't. I don't think we were going to get Bryce Harper anyways, but it's probably why our names weren't rumored in there as much.
Yeah.
Yep. And I definitely feel they should have put more effort into getting Bryce Harper, but they weren't trying to, give him 10 years and, $80 billion.
Afraid of commitment.
But
yeah, but I mean,
there's certain guys you just had to take that risk. I think he was one of those guys in which he should have went on and took that risk because he may not have had the best year, this season, but I guarantee you he still is a threat when he's up to bat more than any other Cardinal that we have on our lineup, Oh, yeah, for sure. And him being a lefty just makes it 10 times better, too. But in which the Cardinals are looking for what right now? A left-handed bat.
A lefty, but then they said that now they might just want a power hitter. Like they keep changing their minds. I don't know exactly what they want, but
they don't know what they want.
If KK can turn out anything like Miles did, I say it's a win. So, and it's a low cost.
Exactly.
So I'm okay with it.
Exactly. So we talked about people making splashes. The top 10 teams who has made moves so far. Number 1, the White Sox. Let's break this down. They just signed Edwin Encarnacion for 1 year. They just got Gio Gonzalez for 1 year. They just signed as well about a month or two ago, Yasmani Grandal for 4 years. Just signed last week Dallas Keuchel for 3 years. Then made a trade to get No More Maraza from the Rangers, a left-handed bat that we were looking at. It's time to look at this White Sox team a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah, and I know last year a lot of people were saying that about the Phillies, and obviously the Phillies fell flat on their face this year. And I think the only difference is because the Phillies last year, they added a bunch of pieces, and they kind of just like threw it into a big mixing bowl, and they're like, okay, this is going to work. The White Sox, I think theirs is going to turn out better because they already have young, great talent like Tim Anderson and Juan Licata, Luis Robert. They have Giolito and Kopech. And that's 5 people right there that came up through their system. And I think a lot of that has to do with, I don't know how to explain it, but like meshing with the other veterans that they just got. And I think that's going to work out better for them. And plus, that's a really weak division.
Yeah. So definitely look forward to seeing what they are going to do this year. They may do something like what the Nationals did, just stay the course and then get hot at the right time. But they got a lot of pieces. Don't forget our old pal John Jay. He on that team as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about John Jay.
He brings some veteran leadership on that team. He, that experience being on a world championship team. So watch out for that. I forget who the coach is. Please forgive me. I might go on Google and find that out real quick. But
Renteria.
Okay, yeah, he is the coach. Yeah, was it Rick Renteria? Is that his name?
Yeah, he used to be the Cubbies coach.
Okay, yeah, him of all people. So, so watch out, man. The North Side may not be the talk of the town.
Man, I hope not.
I hope not. It kind of put me in the mindset of the Clippers and the Lakers.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
not quite.
Everybody knows about the Lakers and their aspirations to win the championship.
True. And
but the White Sox, they're that team behind the Cubs. Everybody expect the Cubs now to be that team. But you're making these little moves like what the Clippers did, and now not saying the White Sox got a Kawhi Leonard or Paul George, but they may
because you got a splash.
Because you got Abreu at first, you got Moncada at second base. He's a beast.
He plays third base, I think.
Third base, and then coming up from AAA very soon, the guy that the Cardinals didn't want to sign, Luis Robert. This team here is going to be pretty scary.
Oh, and they got Luis Jimenez that they got from the Cubs.
Yep. So watch out for the White Sox. Thoughts on Bumgarner going to Arizona?
I don't really. Like, that was apparently his number one choice. It doesn't really make sense, but maybe he has a house there or something. He wanted to go there, but...
Yeah, they said that he has like a ranch or something out there.
That's what Arizona known for. It's a good retirement community.
And then he also
that makes sense,
then he also loves to rake, in regards to hitting home runs there.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's a perfect spot for him.
Yeah, I think he's got like
runs.
10 career homers there.
Yeah, so he should be good to go. And then Corey Kluber, he signed with the Rangers. Texas Rangers trying to make some moves. In which...
Yeah, I know Josh Donaldson's name's been linked to them too, and he's still free agent, so look out if that happens.
The Cardinals did make a move after the Cardinals but after they signed Kim, they designated for assignment Adolis Garcia. For those who are like, wait a minute, that name sound familiar. He was the guy that was thrown out after he slipped. He tripped over his own self.
Right.
Running home on doing a pennant chase against, I think, Milwaukee. Was that correct?
Yeah, it was Milwaukee. It was like our last home series.
Yeah, last home series. That probably would have changed the whole season right there. And he tripped and got thrown out. Well, now he's gone. He designated for assignment by the Cardinals, and then the Rangers actually made a move to acquire him via trade for some cash considerations. So he was the guy that had a lot of power. They say he could be a 5-tool guy, but he always struck out a lot.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys like Grichuk was, like O'Neal and Bader. You can't really play if you're always striking out.
You're always striking out, yeah.
So, and my last thing about the Cardinals, if you're not going to make a big splash in regards to acquiring a huge free agent, And Rich, did we have a chance to get Nolan Arenado from the Colorado Rockies?
Mm-hmm.
But will we?
Hell no.
But will we? You know, what I'm saying make any? Will they make the effort and be bold to say let's get him? Probably not.
No,
But
you know they not.
Probably not, because you probably have to start with Nolan Gorman and Dylan Carlson.
and you know that ain't happening.
As soon as he put a number on the paper, they gonna run away.
They ain't happening. But my thing is if you're not going to make the big, bold, splashy moves, then as I said on our first segment, the first time that we did Final Say, play the youngsters there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give Dylan Carlson a few weeks or whatever. Give a Rosarena, my boy, or Lane Thomas. Don't keep on having these veterans in. Don't focus on the contract. Focus on the talent.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on the talent.
Focus on the talent.
Been saying it for 2 years.
Yeah. Focus on the
I
talent.
think Mike Shield's done a lot better job of that than Mike Dean.
Way better.
So,
Way.
like, just in a year and a half. I mean, yeah, Carpenter was hurt for a little bit, but even when he wasn't hurt, Tommy Edman was in there.
Right.
And we won some games because of it. So I like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was Joe Knowles right there. Anything else you wanted to talk about?
Not that I can think of, no.
All right. Well,
I missed it next to you and talking sports at work.
man, yeah, they hating on me, man. They hate on us, man. So now we got to chat, on the computer itself, just to go to my left and her right and be like, hey, what about these? No, they moved her seat away from me now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's behind me, but it ain't the same.
Ain't
you know
the
what I'm
same,
saying?
right.
They
Y'all
hate
ain't
me.
neighbors at work no more.
I might have to do a petition and see if they can get her back to her old seat or something.
Right.
But yeah, so you have a good evening. Once again, happy holidays,
Yeah,
and
have a
see you in a
safe
couple
New Year.
hours.
Yeah, happy holidays, guys. Have a good night.
All right.
So,
And that was Joe Knowles. Great conversation, man. I
Yep.
get a lot of feedback about this segment with her. A lot of people love, with her.
saw that in the comments, yeah.
Yeah, with her, knowing her, just knowing her sports, man.
Right.
She got the knowledge. So we love it. We have a nice amount of guests coming through next year, next month. I'm excited to bring out, I don't want to say his name yet. I want to make sure that it's still official before, he comes through. But we have a plan for some amazing guests coming up in the next couple of
Blowing
weeks,
up, baby.
man.
Blowing
Yeah,
up.
And with the help of my boy Tono. You want to go ahead and wave to everybody? You show yourself real quick. There you go.
Yes.
There he is.
This dude got talent, man.
There you go. So here we go. He gonna hold us down.
Yeah.
Some new promo. He gonna see us out and about with some merch. It's gonna be because of him. We're gonna see the dopest highlight promo videos in the game.
You want to add your Instagram or Twitter or nothing like that, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Go and get your promo on, bro.
At Tono Wilson on everything. And while y'all let it, go ahead and search Tono on iTunes and Spotify and get some of that good music. You know it's going to be dope.
Yes. I heard some of it before. He ain't playing. Dude, nice.
Yeah, man.
Y'all heard it from me. I'm telling you. He nice.
Yeah, so we got some big things coming 2020. I'm just saying, y'all, watch out.
Check it out.
Watch out for the platform Sports Talk Show. All right, man, we're going to go right into some foosball.
Uh-oh.
So we know as of right now that we have, let me pull up the standards real quick, playoff picture.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so as of right now, we have, here we go, the Ravens, they are in the playoffs.
Yep, Lamar Jackson sitting out this week.
Patriots, they are in. Chiefs, they are in. Texans, they are in.
Yep.
And the wild card, they are definitely in right now, are the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the NFC,
crazy.
definitely in the 49ers, the Packers,
Yep.
the Saints,
Yep.
and then the Seahawks and the Vikings.
Yep.
Right now, it's still up in the air between the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Yep.
Thanks to the Cowboys choking it up.
Tripping. Boy, Stephen A. Smith had a field day. And man, this dude was clowning. And he said he hoped that the Philadelphia Eagles actually lose this week just so the Cowboys can lose and just cough their season all the way away.
Be all bad.
That's crazy,
All
dog.
bad.
Y'all Cowboys fans, I mean, y'all just need to shut up at this point. Like, Like straight up. It ain't nothing to talk about.
Eliminated, you have the Rams, the Bears, the Falcons, Buccaneers, Cardinals, Panthers, Giants, Lions, and Redskins. In the AFC, eliminated is all the Colts, Browns, Broncos, Jets, Chargers, Jaguars, Dolphins, and Bengals. Right in the hunt.
We ain't gonna speed past like the Browns. Like y'all was supposed to be in this.
Y'all supposed to have been something special.
Come get me. Come get me. Like, come on, man. Y'all supposed to be the dudes, man.
It's crazy. And now they talking about still retaining Todd Kitchen for next year.
Why?
I don't
For
know.
what? For why? I'm gonna go Ebonics. For why? For why?
But check this out though. Still in the hunt. The Steelers
Yeah.
and the Raiders. So for the Raiders, a whole lot of
Yeah.
good things happen.
Yes. They gotta beat Denver, first of all.
But
handle your business.
I'm seeing some crazy stuff happen in the NFL in which, a team like the Raiders would win, and then the team that had to lose,
Will win.
no, they would lose. So the Raiders, a team like the Raiders would go ahead and get in the playoffs.
Right.
Just barely. Anything can happen on any given Sunday.
I'm only rooting for the Raiders because of my dad. Like, I don't mess with y'all, so don't get it twisted. But my dad is a diehard Raiders fan. My homeboy Will, shout out to Will, Raiders fan. I don't mess with y'all, though. But I hope y'all get in just for them.
Thoughts on the Raiders stadium?
I haven't seen it yet. But I heard it's tough.
Dude,
I can't wait to see them in Vegas, man. Vegas gonna actually have a professional football team is crazy to me.
Look, right there.
They're like a helmet.
Look at that.
They got tinted windows.
That mug is dope.
Stop playing, man.
Dude, that mug is dope, man.
You seeing this, dog?
Wait.
That's their stadium.
See?
They're like Justin Tuck helmet.
Look at that. That mug is sexy.
That's just the outside, too. I ain't even seen the inside.
That mug is sexy. Who ever seen an all-black stadium?
Dog, these cats got 5% limo tint around the whole arena if y'all ain't seen it yet. Y'all need to Google this, man. That's crazy.
I'm sure one more time. Hey, for everyone watching, go on Google. Just put in the new Las Vegas.
Do the whole
Stadium.
360 view that we looking at, man. Like, this is crazy.
Man, I love it.
What part of Vegas they in? They bought a strip or they in the old Vegas?
I don't know. But wherever
It look like it's on the outskirts. Like, you don't like nothing around it. They put them in the desert.
That mug is crazy.
Dude, they finna spend some cake on these kids.
Right.
John Gruden finna have it going.
Oh, shoot.
I hope.
If he stay on.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so going back to the playoff picture right now, in the hunt, Steelers and Raiders. You have to say a whole lot respect for Mike Tomlin for still keeping the Steelers up afloat.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I was going to say the same thing because with all the turmoil, with all the second guessing, with all the crazy stuff that's been going on around him, like, this dude is solid, man. Like, this is what you want in a coach. You know what I'm saying? Especially a defensive-minded coach to have his offense playing the way they playing right now. You know what I'm saying? I shout out to Mike Tomlin, man. I always respected him as a coach, but even more with this year.
Yeah, and it's three teams that's actually in the hunt in the AFC. The Titans, Steelers, and Raiders. But going back, like you said, man, Mike Tomlin, incredible job. I thought earlier this year, I was like, you know what, maybe it's time for him to go.
I was thinking the same thing.
But he has changed my tune.
That's a resilient dude, man.
Like I said last week, he changed the narrative.
Yeah.
You know, people thought, he was getting punked around by this guy, by that guy, but they're still in the hunt.
At the end of the day, they're going to always be there.
Yeah.
And when you got Mike Tomlin, you always a game. Even on their worst season, they a game away from being in the playoffs.
So with that being said, we know the Ravens are the best team overall.
Right.
And as of right now, you have a tie between the 49ers and the Packers and the Saints for the best
I was hoping
record.
the Packers was going to lose last week. Shout out to them, though.
So who do you see as being that team that can make that big upset and surprise and shock the world?
Saints. Come on, man.
But see, it's the whole thing. Is that everybody already is expecting the Saints to do that.
No, they're not.
You don't think
No,
so?
they're not. They're not expecting. Nobody expects Saints to go to the Super Bowl this year, except Saints fans. Nobody did. But if you got to say that, I would say, honestly, the Packers. Only nobody predicted them to be as good as they are. So, like Stephen A. Smith say, Aaron Rodgers is a bad, bad man. Like, he going to always make it happen. They played Minnesota last week. The game, it was 10-9, I think. and I stepped away to do something, and I came back. It was 23-10. I'm like, what just happened?
What are your thoughts on J.J. Watt coming back for the Texans?
I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? I hope he stay injury free. I don't know exactly what the extent is of his health conditions, but J.J. Watt a good dude, man. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, you know, he get himself together and he all right. But you know, I'm not sure.
My sleeper team are the Bills.
That's a good one.
I really like that team to surprise some people in the playoffs.
They already shocked everybody of being as good as they are now.
Yeah, I like that team.
Them and the Titans really surprised me this year.
Yeah. I was definitely
so-
impressed. But I know that the Chiefs though they hot now.
Chiefs gonna always have something to say. They got too many weapons,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
The Chiefs probably the most dangerous team
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
Yeah. So, hey, these upcoming playoffs are going to be
It's going down, man. Stephen A. Smith already said he hoped the Chiefs play the Ravens, and that would be a good one. But you know, we'll see. Like I said, that's why they play the game.
Right. All right. So, getting down to NBA talk, we balling.
We balling, baby.
So, once again, we had a slew of NBA games. Thoughts overall? I know we talked about a little bit on Facebook, the pre-show, but thoughts overall about what we saw, your biggest takeaways from the Christmas games.
I mean, first two games, yawn fest. You know, Lakers and Clippers was box office. Didn't stay up to see the Pelicans and the Nuggets. You know, I thought Zion was gonna play yesterday. He didn't, so I didn't stay up to watch the game. But overall, I feel like it was still entertaining, even with the blowout victories or whatever. You know, like I said, the Boston Celtics. The fact that Jaylen Brown, he was mic'd up and said that he never beat Toronto was crazy in Toronto.
Right.
I was like, damn, he didn't, you know. And granted, Toronto had a lot of their stars out, Gasol and Pascal Siakam, who probably will get back-to-back most improved players, which is the first time in NBA history, if y'all didn't know that. But Toronto was hobbled a little bit, but they got some good pieces, though. And Boston came in and handled their business. The Milwaukee game in Philly, I feel like Giannis was the only one that balled out. Chris Middleton came on late. I feel like they got punked in Philly, which is always usually the case with the road teams, you know, on Christmas Day. But, man, that Clippers and Lakers game was box office, man.
So, in regards to the Milwaukee and 76ers game,
Yeah.
I want to take it back to a game before that, the Bucks and the Lakers game.
Man, that was a good game.
That was an incredible game. It had the nostalgia of the NBA
Giannis saw what he really made of.
So
man.
with that being said, is he the one to hold the crown now?
Yeah, I said that before. And he proved it with that one, because now it's like, okay, whatever y'all said my weakness is, that's gonna be my strength this game. He had 5 threes.
Yeah.
Never did that before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The fact, okay, this is what really tripped me out. Him and Anthony Davis was guarding each other.
Right.
They the same size.
Right.
So you got Anthony Davis playing point. Think how crazy that is. Like, really trip off that. And the fact that he outplayed him and LeBron by himself. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you got guys like vets like George Hill to come in and have 21 points or whatever. And you got Pat Connaughton coming in and dropping threes and being athletic, and DiVincenzo. Like, these are guys you don't hear about. You know, Brook Lopez being a threat from the outside. You know, the defense was good, and that's the hardest thing against the Lakers because they so big. So when you can fight that contrast of them being as big as they are and actually counteract on that, I think the Bucks showed everybody that they can play any style of basketball that you want. And that was without Eric Bledsoe.
Exactly.
That's what was crazy.
Exactly.
You know, so it was. I think the Bucks for real, man. Even though they lost bad to Philly, you know, it was just one game. But they're going to show up when it's a big game, man.
Yeah, I was definitely impressed with Giannis, his game. I mean, he was shooting like Steph Curry type threes.
He was just pulling, dog. He was coming up, leading the offense and shooting.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
He did incredible. To see that even AD had a hard time trying to contain Giannis.
Yeah.
You
If
know
you
what I'm
don't
saying?
stack that lane, he going to get you.
He truly amazed me, and I love his fire.
Yep.
He doesn't care who you are.
Yep.
It's all about, hey, if you're now rocking Bucks on your jersey,
I'm against you.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I love that he has that old
that-
school
that Mamba
mentality.
DNA in him.
Yeah, He has it in him. I love how they saw the little scene, which I had to post it on our page. Talking something, I'm wearing the crown now.
Yeah, that was tough. I like that.
I love stuff like that. That's what the game is missing. And I feel, prior to the Christmas Day game, I was going to say he holds the crown. But I'm giving it to somebody else.
Who?
And I said it a while back before the season. I think I said it after game 1 of the season. I'm still giving it to Kawhi Leonard.
Stop playing.
Yes.
No. First, no. Hell no.
What is your reason why?
Because he don't play every game.
If that's
So if you fresh all the time,
if that is your only reason why, then that's nothing.
Hey, if you only work half the days of the week, you can't be employee of the month. So no, hell no, Kawhi can't be there.
How many games did he play in the playoffs?
Don't matter. We talking about
how many games did he play in the playoffs?
He's the system. If you play half the season, you supposed to be fresh.
So outside of him not playing as many games as you want him to play,
all right,
skill wise, watching the first game of the season and then watching last night's game, you mean tell me that he has a flaw to his game?
Yeah, he don't play every game.
Outside,
that's
of
like
not
a boxer boxing every other round, and in the 12th round he knocks somebody out. Like, it's not the same. No, dude, play all season. Then I'll see if you really about that. But the last 3 seasons, you've been sitting out every other game. And then the fact that you got guys like Paul George and Patrick Beverly who guarded LeBron last play. It wasn't Kawhi.
I mean, but he could have.
It don't matter. They saving him. Like, it's a reason why he being as good as he is because the system is saving him like every single time, even with Toronto. Like, he didn't know they was going to do that until he got there. But you got guys like Siakam, you got Fred VanVleet, all that little stuff like that. Like, we didn't know them guys going to be able to do that.
So it goes back to the whole Floyd Mayweather thing then. Because everyone hates how he boxes.
It ain't the same as Floyd.
Wait. But at the end of the day, it's still about, okay, it may not be how you want it done, but at the end of the day, I'm still winning this fight. I
can't respect nobody that don't show up to work every day. Flat out. I don't care how good you are, what your stats is, whatever like that. If you show up every day, then you good. You know what I'm saying? But you can't just sit up there and take games off because you think your knee probably going to hurt for the rest of the year. So you got it already settled in that you're not going to play back-to-back games. You know what I'm saying? You sitting out against Giannis. You ain't go against that monster. So no, I'm not gonna give you that because you ain't even go against the best.
Yeah, I like I said, if that's your only argument, I understand. As a fan,
that is my only argument.
As a fan, I understand where you're coming from.
And I was set on being a Clippers fan for that reason. But that's what threw me off because I'm like, I can't rock with nobody that got a part-time superstar.
Yeah, as a fan who wants to see the players play every day, I do understand that.
Right.
But in regards to skill set and just in regards to being on the court, I feel like Kawhi Leonard is the man.
No.
I feel like he is the man. He has everything that he needs. He has the dribble game. He has the pull-up game. He can defend anyone he wants. He can shoot the free throws.
No.
He can take it to the hole. I mean, his game is so well-rounded. It's crazy. He has a different mindset. He was a factor. Him and Paul George was a factor in regards to LeBron, even though LeBron did hurt his groin again. But
no, he didn't.
You don't think he did?
That's
the same thing Skip
Bayless said. No, he didn't, man.
That's the same thing Skip
You don't
Bayless
hurt
said.
your groin by getting kneed in it. It's a pulled muscle. It ain't a contusion muscle. It's a pulled muscle.
Hey, you talking about Kawhi and load management. Watch for the next couple games now.
And who started that conversation about load management? And this was it was on December the 15th. This is only the 26th. LeBron said, I don't believe in load management. It might be a little kid out there that's waiting to see me. Now, we got a history of LeBron having load management. This didn't even last 7 days. He sat out last game. I guarantee you he don't play the next game.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you.
Oh, yeah. It's already given he ain't going to play for probably for a minute.
That's the problem, man.
They may watch out because at the end of the day, it's just like the whole Kawhi situation. It's all about being healthy for the playoffs now.
I get that. And that's fine. But you don't get to talk stuff about it and then do it. That's the problem. And then with Kawhi Leonard is the Andre 3000 of basketball. Because for the facts that I'm gonna say, like, because I know you're a music dude.
I got
Everybody put 3 Stacks in their top 5, and I always argue this case. Where's the album?
He ain't got one.
He ain't got one. So he bamboozle you because what he do, he drop a hot 16 on like 1 or 2 songs. And then he disappear for like 3 years. Who can't drop a hot 16 every 3 years?
Right.
You got 3 years to come up with the best
Shoot.
16.
You can have Lil Uzi do a hot 16.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you got too much. So it bamboozles you because you caught up in the moment. You hear a verse, and you're like, oh, man, dude just spit something, man, da-da-da. And half the time you say something, y'all don't even understand what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? But then when he do, you like, okay, he got to be the best. No, your body of work is what's the best. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to just sit out and then come back and then say, oh, yeah, I'm the best because, see, I just dropped 40. But where was you at last game? I was on the bench.
So,
nah, bro, you got to play tired like everybody else.
So going back to the Bucks and the Giannis conversation, can the Bucks be the new Golden State?
The new Golden State? Who's the new Golden State?
Meaning, in regards to, can they build a dynasty now with
No, hell no.
Giannis?
They ain't got no They ain't got that kind of team. They can win a championship, I believe, but they're not gonna. No, they don't have enough pieces around. They don't have enough dogs in the fight. Pretty much, it ain't like they ain't got the talent. They don't have nobody else besides Giannis that's like, we not losing tonight. And that's what made Chris Middleton, their secondary superstar, kind of in question, because he don't have that in him to be like, man, look, I got to carry team. Like when Giannis hurt his eye. Okay, you showed up, but it was like the last minute and a half when the game was out of question. So I don't think they got that in them, man.
And what does it say about the Rockets that they lost?
It's a reason why I didn't mention them. So there's a reason why I didn't mention them. Because who been they heel that they can't get over the last 3 or 4 years?
Golden State.
So when you play them, regardless who on the court, this is a must win for y'all, man. Y'all lose to their sons. Because I ain't gonna say they players.
Right.
Y'all lost to not even a G League team.
Right.
Y'all lost to the high school team that play in San Francisco. I don't know none of these guys, man. I had to Google their roster. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that y'all loses, first of all, this is my problem with them. Golden State doubles James Harden, which was smart to me.
Right.
But I thought it was dumb at the time because I'm like, basically, you got Westbrook and them playing 4-on-3. And they couldn't execute that. 4-on-3. PJ Tucker, nothing. Clint Capella, nothing. Daniel House, nothing. Ben McLemore, my homeboy from St. Louis, nothing, man. Like, Austin Rivers come in, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, Westbrook, okay, your final numbers is good, but you took 37 shots.
So I'm glad you brought him up. Is he the most important Houston Rocket?
Yeah, he is. Westbrook got to figure it out, man. He was like, I lost count, but he was 0 for 7 for 3 when last time I checked. Dude was missing layups, pull-ups, second. Why are you second guessing on a 4-on-3 break? Because every time James Harden give you the rock, it's only 3 players back there. Like, what happened to the attacking Westbrook? What happened to the dropping dimes Westbrook? That's crazy to me, man. Like, the Houston Rockets just a bad franchise. Like, D'Antoni got to go, bro. That system don't work for nobody.
Got you.
And it was a reason, like I said, that's the reason why I didn't bring them up. They're not even worth bringing up. Y'all a gimmick.
And what's crazy is that, I was starting to have praise for them after they beat the Clippers like they did last week. But then you come right around and they have a game like
they only win when they hot. Yeah. If they hot, they cool. But the problem is with shooting threes, you're not going to stay hot.
All right, y'all. Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. It's your boy Smooth along with
B. Baker.
And once again, you may see him roaming through the set, getting all the visuals right.
Yeah.
Tono, Wilson, he's holding things down. You're going to hear a lot of him every show that we have.
Every show?
Starting next year, you're going to see some of his product.
Okay, Tono, man. Part of the fam.
Hey, man, it's gonna be lit.
All right, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, there it is. So we working on rebranding, y'all.
Yeah.
Big things going down for 2020. Stan, he was here earlier, but he had to leave.
He'll be back.
He'll be back next week.
This was a last minute show.
There
you know
it
what I'm
is.
saying? So hope y'all appreciate it, man.
All right, so now we're getting down to these fun segments. Up next, we have Congrats, You Were Right. Do you have anything?
All the people that said the Clippers gonna beat the Lakers, congrats, you was right.
Man.
I mean,
Because for a minute, you really thought, okay, they hitting a stride.
yeah, everybody thought the first win was a fluke.
But then yesterday, the Clippers showed that they are a more deeper,
That's the
well-rounded team. And Mark Jackson brought this up, and which the Lakers going to definitely have to consider this, is if you have Kawhi out the game, you still have Paul George, you still have
Lou Williams.
Lou Williams, you still have Patrick Beverly, you still have a Hero.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mr.
And that's why LeBron couldn't get off, because you got to think he got to go against Kawhi and Paul
Exactly.
George.
And I was saying that, like,
People don't understand that,
anytime
man.
he's playing against an elite defensive team, LeBron's type of game doesn't help him
It don't.
because he can't get to the hole easily.
First of all, he ain't never outplayed Kawhi ever.
Nope. And
Then the fact that you bringing in Paul George to back him up, and y'all can offset and switch him up and this and that, and then you got a guy like Montrezl Harrell in the background and Zubac and all.
Yeah.
LeBron game ain't finna take that game
and
over, man.
that's why I said why I like Kawhi. I like him because he has that game where he can go inside, he can go outside, he
Right.
can do all that. LeBron can't do that as much anymore.
Yeah, and this stays his game, right?
And then AD, he's great, but it's like after that. Now Kuzma,
Balled out.
if he's healthy,
He balled out yesterday.
he'll be a great third option. But the thing is that you don't know if he's going to be
Well-
all the time that good third option.
The thing with Kuzma is, first of all, you coming off the bench.
Right.
Second, so he don't know how many minutes he gonna get. Second of all, he still don't have an identity with this team.
Right.
Because he's still trying to get used to playing with superstars of that caliber. You know what I'm saying? It's a young dude. It's on his third year, I think it is.
And like even with Golden State during their years, when Steph and Clay were out the lineup, you still had Iggy, you still
Yep.
had Sean Livingston.
Yep.
Back then you had Barbosa.
But they were set in who they were as players because they was veterans.
Exactly.
Kuzma not a veteran. His dude is a young dude.
Right.
That's still on his rookie contract. Don't know where the hell he gonna go after the contract over with. So you got to think he been playing for 3 different teams since he been in the league. 3 totally different teams.
Right.
And my take on LeBron is he always gonna be LeBron. And I'm not saying it in a negative way, but LeBron always the same way. He gets some new toys. He excited. All right, cool. But around this time of year, them toys ain't new no more. And he started to lose interest and all that stuff like that. So now the excuses start setting in. And that's what the problem entails yesterday. Fact of the matter is, last play of the game, dude, everybody knows to get separation, you triple threat.
Right.
What is this
Right.
on Patrick Beverly?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He deserved to have that happen to him. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw, you got to get serious in that time of the game, man.
And the one play that I can't stand that he always does is he holds the ball for about 9 seconds, trying to set up
Crazy.
his jumper.
Yep.
You wasting time while you should be moving the ball around.
Wiping his chest.
Yeah, here we go.
And then you breaking free throws.
Right.
That killed him yesterday.
Right. And that's another reason why he don't go to the hole as much, because he know he don't
Scared
hit
to
the
shoot
free
free
throws.
throws. First of all, with any basketball player, and y'all back me up on this one, it's a routine thing. You always got to stick with your routine. LeBron does not even have a
changes
free
all
throw
the time.
routine. He off balance half the time.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen nobody go from side to side and then shoot that much. It's always stationary. You lock in, and I don't care if it's one person in the gym or 50,000. It's the same routine.
You would think, all the years he's had guys like Kyle Korver, Damon Jones,
Yup.
James Jones,
Yep.
Ray Allen.
Yep.
He could have got some kind of knowledge from somebody.
And free throws is all mental.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? A little third grade can hit free throws right
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying? Free throws is you block out everything that's going on around you and you handle your business. So when your superstar can't do that, it trickles down on your team.
I mean, he's 68% from the free throw line.
But in the fourth quarter, he horrible. It's
It's
always a
terrible.
split.
And the whole thing is, they say he ain't clutch. I mean, he never has been with free throws.
He never been clutch, period, to me, only because he always been a pass first person.
Right.
So when he like 6th leading scorer all time. Dude, who you gonna pass to? When they played the finals, he passed to George Hill. I was done with that dude. I was done with him before that, but even with that, really?
Right.
Really?
Right.
You got Steph Curry on you. You one dribble away from punishing this cat. One dribble to the cup, It's either a dunk or a foul. It's nothing else.
And that's why people say he lacks that killer mentality.
He does like that. And that's where casual fans and people that LeBron haters, whatever, that's what they roast him on. The people that's LeBron fans don't want to see it, but it's like, come on, man. You can't just not ignore everything about this guy. It's not like we bashing him or we hating on him. We just saying, man, if he could just do this one last thing, we can't give him this king throne until it's like, okay, you cross out all the X's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't no weakness in other people's game that you can say. Like, people can say, oh, I hate Kobe, I hate Jordan, I hate, Wilt, Kareem, anything like that. You can't never say they shied away from a big moment.
Right.
LeBron has flopped, had injury excuses, teammate excuses, reasons why he can't do this, it's a long list of stuff. Like we was talking about earlier. Remember when he won his first championship with Cleveland and Kyrie hit the jump shot? A lot of people don't remember this. LeBron act like he broke his wrist to play before that. Laying on the ground, flopping.
It was all dramatic.
And who was holding the championship up with both hands, this heavy-ass trophy? What happened to your wrist? I thought your wrist was broke 30 seconds ago. Then, when they got swept by Golden State, he broke his hand on the whiteboard. He had this little rap. The next day, he had his son game, no rap, pounding, doing stuff, holding stuff in his broken hand. And then last night, here come the groin injury from getting knee. Grant Williams just got knee in the Boston game. He ain't got no groin injury. He just got knee in the nuts. Everybody had that happen to him.
So you saying that LeBron is too Hollywood for himself?
He too Hollywood. This is why I know he Hollywood. Because if you notice about LeBron, anytime he get hurt, watch his eyes. His eyes ain't down. It's always to see if he on TV. He did it yesterday. He holding his nuts, but he looking up at the jumbotron. Am I on TV yet? Okay, That's what make him look Hollywood to me. Who got time if they got needing nuts to see if they on TV?
Hey,
That's the last thing you care about.
He trying to get that Academy Award, man.
Yeah. So with that being said, I know I sound like a hater. I don't even care. Whatever. To everybody that's gonna say so. Y'all know it's true. If you don't believe me, go back and look at it, man.
Look at the
dude
footage.
looking at TV.
Look at the footage.
Matter of fact, this was gonna get y'all. LeBron got the longest montage of flopping on YouTube. Ooh. It's like 2.5 minutes of him flopping.
You mean tell me Chris Paul doesn't have more than him?
He on there, but LeBron got the most.
Oh, wow.
Check it out if you don't believe me.
Wow.
Call in, text me, Facebook, whatever. Look at it.
Y'all know what's up.
Exactly.
On the platform Sportstalk
Man, look.
All right, up next, is this your leader?
Okay.
Once again, for those watching for the first time, it's pretty much a better leader, not the better player or whatever, but if you are in trouble and you want that one person to get you out, who would you decide? Today, I have the leading head coaches from each division in the NBA, Frank Vogel or Mike Budenholzer from the Bucks.
I don't know much about neither one of them, honestly. I like Budenholzer because of his lack of talent that he dealing with and got them where they at. Vogel, from what he did in Indiana.
He been there.
Yeah. With that subpar team, they was always a factor. You know what I mean?
They were one game away from going to the finals.
Exactly. So, with that being said, I'm going to go with Vogel. Especially with the star-studded assistant coaches that he got.
Yeah.
To be able to keep all that in-house and everything like that. So, I'm going to go with Vogel.
I had to agree with you as well.
Okay.
You got anything?
I got, is this your leader? We're going to swap them out. Lamar Jackson with the Falcons or Mike Vick with this current Ravens team.
Oh, my goodness. That's interesting. It is.
Really think about Mike Vick MVP season when he was supposed to be MVP and Lamar Jackson season this year. That's the two seasons I'm comparing.
Boy.
With all the weapons the Falcons had and with the weapons that the Ravens got right now. Because Mike Vick never played with a Mark Ingram type running back.
Well, he had Warwick Dunn.
Yeah, Warwick Dunn. I mean, come on, man. Stop playing. You got this little midget, no shade on Warwick Dunn, but come on, man.
And the defense never really wasn't good
exactly.
either. So, yeah, I had to say Mike with the Ravens.
Think so?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
I think he would have. I don't think he would have won a championship, but I think they would have went to the Super Bowl.
I just think that you pretty much laid it out there that the parts around Vic with the Ravens would have been better than the parts around Lamar.
But I don't know if Vic would have been that type of leader to take them to the Super Bowl like Lamar Jackson would have been able to get that one Falcons team
I agree with that.
to the Super Bowl. Yeah, so that would be mine.
All right. And up next, bruh, you tripping. This is a hot take in which, of course, sports related. Something that you feel may happen in your eyes, but everybody else will probably say, bruh, you tripping.
Right.
You got anything?
Philly going to the finals.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. I like how Joel Embiid is playing. He looks like he's hungry. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want to cry no more like he did against the Raptors.
Yep. They're gonna walk you down to death and go to the finals.
I think having Al Horford it was big.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think gonna put them over the top with Al Horford and Tobias Harris anchoring them.
Those are dogs.
Straight up dogs.
Those are dogs.
They don't care about nothing but winning.
Hey, Mike Scott, I like him off the bench. You know,
he got too many emojis tattooed on him, man. I can't take this guy serious, man. I mean, he's a good player. He was cold with Virginia. I can't take you serious when you got happy faces, sad faces, winking eyes. How old are you, man? Like,
oh man, that's a good one.
Get it covered up.
All right, the Rams will not win another Super Bowl on the Kroenke.
Ooh, I got one.
Dang, that's a good one. Damn, I can't even dispute that one either, man, because the way it's looking now. Yeah, that's actually a good one, man. I can't even dispute that one. I can't say, bro, you tripping on that one.
All right, Tono.
Female head coach that we have on, what's the old girl name?
Becky Hammond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You think that's possible? You think that's
possible?
possible?
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
It's
yeah.
Weird.
I think it's actually going to be two of them. I think it'll be her, Kara Lawson. One, I don't think it's going to be within the next 2 years, but Kara Lawson is definitely going to be a head coach one day.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's going to be real dope, man. I always wonder, and don't take this the wrong way, but I always wonder how the locker room is when you got a female coach.
See,
I mean, for real, like, because I've been in locker rooms. You know what I'm saying?
They would have
like,
to have the female coach go to her own secluded room.
Wow. But you know what I'm saying? When they got interviews and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really have time to put shit on.
See, they would have to have they had to change the rules up. Like,
they gonna have to,
like
yeah.
The first
well, they probably already have to because they already on the bench.
For the first 5-10 minutes, everyone out there don't get on. Don't do too much undressing, whatever.
You know somebody gonna push it though. You know somebody did. You remember Any Given Sunday?
Yeah.
When the owner came in, it was a woman, and all them cats sat on their towel like, you know what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
She showed.
We knee swinging. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to know. You know what I'm saying? And she was used to it. She like, it is what it is. It's always been like that.
Remember on Major League?
Major League when they was appealing and everything. Yeah. But she wasn't actually in there. That was just her image.
No, she wasn't there.
But Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
They was for real. Like, it's like, look, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Oh man. So that was the Cowboys right there.
Right.
All right.
The Cowboys.
We
ain't said nothing about no Cowboys. Sorry. They don't get no record. No, we ain't said nothing. The Rams. Right. We ain't said nothing. We ain't said nothing about no damn Cowboys. Right. Nah.
The Rams.
Do not throw them in this.
That's on me, baby.
Right.
That's on me, baby. All right.
On me.
All right, this has been a great show, though.
Yes,
man.
sir.
All right, what if?
Damn, I had one. I was trying to think. I'm gonna let you go first. I gotta remember what my what if was.
All right, so what if is just bringing up a scenario that may occur or something that did occur back in the day, and you want to change history around and say, well, what if this happened instead? So, you got one.
Tono got one out the rip.
He ready?
What's up, dog?
What if Bo Jackson was still in the game?
Right now?
Yeah. What do you think?
Like 250 yards a game.
Dang.
Who gonna stop him with these new rules?
And then, are you talking about him playing two sports?
Both sports. Definitely.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know if he'd be he'd be about the same in baseball, because baseball's still the same. But football, Man, Bo Jackson used to run through a whole defense that was horse collaring, face mask, hitting you in the knees, all that. He still got his money.
I
So
remember, what was that game that used to be on? It was
Tecmo
like
Bowl.
handheld
Tecmo
game.
Bowl. Yeah, he was the man on there.
Man.
How the hell you remember Tecmo Bowl? You 27.
No, my big cousin Javon had one.
Shout out to
And,
Javon, because you just showed a whole new generation Tecmo Bowl.
Right.
Because
Like,
nobody
I was
under
like,
38
look,
knows Tecmo Bowl.
Look, this is how crazy he got me hip to Bo Jackson, and I was like, there's no way this dude was this dope.
Yes, he
Like,
was.
I'm looking at videos. I'm going on YouTube. I'm like, there's no way.
Bruh.
I'm like, so you telling me it's 5 people coming at dude? He didn't.
He literally had people jump on his back, and he carried them cats, man. I seen it, man. That's legit, man. We was at Auburn, and he was with the Raiders. That's facts.
I was like, man. But then I think that those are like times when you get to a point like that, I think you become a pivotal icon. Like when you
Yeah.
get to the point of like a Bo Jackson,
Right.
Michael Jordan, that you become like greater than life because you look back at stuff that they did and you go like, man,
Yeah.
how was that possible?
Anytime somebody tell your story, you like, man, you lying.
For real.
Just when you know you straight up an icon.
Because I mean, I'm telling you, like that's how my cousins used to talk to me about Bo Jackson. I'm like, ain't no way in the world you telling me that he done jumped over a dude that was finna tackle him, rolled over, threw the ball, caught the ball,
Freak
kept running.
athlete,
I'm
dog.
like, this is like,
Yeah.
this is like,
Bro,
some
I'm gonna tell you
fantasy.
something that's crazy, and you need to go look at his 30 for 30 to see this. This dude threw a brick a block. A block. Go outside and look how long a block is, and pick up a brick and see how far you probably gonna throw it like a house.
They don't make them like they used to.
Yeah. So yeah, that's facts, man. That's shocking that you know about Tecmo Bowl because that was our shit back in the '80s, bro. Like when I was like 4, 5, 7,
Yeah.
like
No,
a
for
little
real.
kid. Bo Jackson was the dude that used to run through the whole defense for real. Yes.
I was like, this game is cheating, man.
If you had
I
Bo
used to-
Jackson, I put the sticks down.
I used to tell my cousin, I was like, ain't no way impossible. I was like, it's a glitch in the game.
Him and Barry Sanders, the only two cats that did that for real in real life. Barry Sanders was different. Bo Jackson was power. Barry Sanders used to juke everybody through that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a good one, bro. Like Bo Jackson was that dude. And he was like that since high school.
Yeah, and then I mean, and that's just football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Baseball.
Basketball,
he was
too.
A beast. Hitting 400 or 500 foot shots in Kansas City, one of the hardest places to hit a home run that hard too, and he did it easily.
The crazy part about it is this dude used to break a Louisville slug like it was a toothpick.
Right.
If he struck
Over
out
his head, too.
over his head, over his knee.
Oh no.
This dude used to snap a bat. I mean, if you go pick up a Louisville Slugger bat right now and imagine somebody breaking that mother.
Hey, recall now this one he probably don't recall. But remember that old cartoon with him, Jordan, and Wayne Gretzky?
Yep.
Actually, Javon actually, I think
They was all on
he
Wheaties commercials too.
He
Yeah.
showed me that, and then I remember them commercials for them Bono shoes.
Bo Nose,
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
Bo Diddley, and it was like
That's probably where he got Joe Nose from.
Nah.
Yeah, Bo don't know Dilly, yeah. With Bo Dilly, yeah.
I mean, it rhymes, so it fit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Bo Nose was tough, man, because they had Bo Diddley and he's like Bo don't know, and they had both of them.
That might be the name of my next project, Tono Knows.
Uh-oh.
There you go. Hey, that'll work, man. That'll work. Yeah. So
Let's
yeah.
see. Mine is so Golden State is looking like they could possibly have the worst record in the league,
Right.
which gives them a high chance
Ain't nobody coming out next year.
of having the number 1 pick. What if they did win the number 1 pick?
Who they gonna get? James Wiseman? You know what I'm saying? Cole Anthony?
I'm just saying.
Ball. They gonna get Melo Ball. And he gonna play with Steph, Clay, and D'Angelo Russell. So what? Like they don't have okay. This not the same. Like you don't have nobody coming out next year that's a game changer like that. To where you tank a season. Last year would have made sense because imagine Zion playing with them. But this year, I mean James Wiseman, I haven't seen enough of him to say what he is and ain't gonna be. But I don't think he worth tanking a season though.
Yeah, right
You know
now
what
they
I'm
got
saying?
James Wiseman going to the Warriors.
Right.
7 foot. He can play in the wing. He has an all around game.
Yep.
Anthony Edwards,
Okay.
LaMelo Ball number 3, Obi Toppin.
Oh, LaMelo might play with his brother?
I hope not. Nico Mannion.
I don't know the rest of these cats.
Yeah,
Just
Cole
so y'all
Anthony,
know.
as you said, R.J. Hampton. He's the guy that skipped the let's see, wait a minute.
He went overseas.
Yeah, he skipped college.
He went overseas. Yeah,
Yep.
I heard about him.
So, like you said, it's not like
There's nobody on that list that make you like, all right, look, we need this cat to change the franchise around. Box office, like James Wiseman, the closest one. I don't think we've seen enough of him. And then from what I did see, he kind of like, I don't want to say Damian Jones type, but something like it, just athletic as hell, but still need to be polished, especially because he only been playing 1 year. Well, not even a year, a couple games.
Right.
And he already out the NCAA.
In which that was pretty. Do you think that was unfair?
I definitely think it was. But I think it was smart on his move to be like, all right, you know what? I'm done with y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was only here because I had to be here.
Right.
Like he went beast mode on him. I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Did you have a what if?
Damn, I just had him lost again. I don't got one. I'm just saying I don't got one.
All right. And idiot of the
Oh,
week.
my God.
Self-explanatory. Sports figure. If you done something stupid that cost you a game or just whatever in life, you're an idiot of the week.
Houston Rockets.
Idiots.
How the hell did y'all let Golden State beat y'all on Christmas? Y'all know that's the one team that you gotta beat on national TV. And then this ain't even the worst part. The worst part is James Harden, who's real true idiot of the week. Because what James Harden did after the game, he comes in and says the NBA ain't the same without the Splash Brothers. Why is you calling them out? You couldn't even beat their little brothers.
So it was a mind game.
It's a mind game. That's a mountaintop that you just sat on that you ain't gonna get over. So the Houston Rockets and James Harden as a whole, Mike D'Antoni with your extra white hair. I don't know what you stressed about. You knew y'all was gonna lose. You getting real gray up in there, and that's because all you want to do is 7 seconds less and shoot threes. So yeah, Houston Rockets is my idiot of the week for that.
They call him Antoni because he don't play D.
Don't play no D.
It is. All right, mine is these ignorant NBA fans.
Oh man.
You keep on seeing these instances.
Well, I'm with you and against you at the same time, but go ahead.
Well, you have these instances going on recently this year, the last couple of years, in which these fans is getting besides themselves, saying all these things to players. Now I know as players you are told by the league and whoever else, don't go out to the crowd. You know what happened with Detroit and everything, but you're still seeing a lot of these fans nowadays taking things too personal and calling players out their names, right in their face. It's getting to be a little bit too much, in which you're going to have a Mouse on the Palace Part 2.
You ain't lying.
Coming very soon to a arena near you.
Right.
So my thing is, hey, chill out a little bit because
I'm with you on that.
Something back. I know you saw the video with Isaiah Thomas.
I'm against that one. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So
if a fan flicking you off, that's normal.
Right.
Bro, like that's not going to stands type stuff.
Right.
So I feel like he was just being too sensitive at that point.
I think someone else said the same thing. Like, dude,
come on, man.
These players nowadays are a little bit too soft.
Right. If it's racial or against your family or something like that,
that's different.
Okay, that's totally different. That's just in your integrity as a man.
Yeah.
But a fan gonna tell you F you, like that's part. I hope that if I go to somebody's season, they go to somebody's season. You better, because I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna be the first one coming out the tunnel. Like,
especially when I hit that game in the shot, I'm gonna say F all y'all.
I'm putting the Reggie Miller choke sign up. Like that's supposed to happen. So the fact that he went into the stands and then he tried to sun the fan like, oh, I just wanted Frosty. Yeah, okay, that's normal. I would have said the same thing. I would have did the same thing. I paid my money. You know what I'm saying? I want my team to win. Yeah, F you. I say F you over a parking maid, put a ticket on my thing.
Yeah.
So whatever, dude. You got to man up to that. But the other stuff, I agree with you on.
All right.
I wasn't good with that one.
Do you have anything in regards to idiot of the week?
The Rockets.
I mean, I'm sorry. Tono, did you have anything? All right.
Well, I'm going to say another one was the referee that called a foul when Lou Williams missed that layup yesterday.
Oh, you thought he was wrong for that?
Hell yeah. That was, dude, Lou Williams had a breakaway, missed the layup. Okay, it was mild contact after that.
I mean, but he was in the air.
Ball gone, bro. Ball been gone.
I mean, it was a foul, though.
No. Come on, man. Come on. You missed the layup. And that's a game changer because everybody knows a dunk and a missed layup are two of the main momentum busters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you dunk on somebody, that's like a 6-point turnaround. Your team gonna score 6 points after that. It's already known. Look at any game. If somebody get a highlight dunk, watch the team go on a run after that. It's proven. Just like Hubie Brown say it all the time. It's almost like 99% if somebody miss a layup, the other team gonna go down and score.
Yep.
They always score at the missed layup for whatever reason.
A missed opportunity.
And this was a key point in the game. I think it was like 6 or 4. It was like close in the fourth quarter. You nutted up because you saw Anthony Davis coming. You missed a wide open layup.
Man.
That little touch didn't have nothing to do with that shot. That shot been gone. So, yeah, I'm going to say that ref they called it. I don't know exactly who it was because I didn't pay attention to which actual ref called it. But, yeah, he also get Idiot of the Week because he kind of turned that game around.
Got you. All right. And then the last segment for the decade
Yes,
officially.
sir. Oh, my God.
All right. Here we go. We have the final say. Be bigger. You got
Yes,
something?
sir. My final say for 2019, I just want to salute and shout out every coach, mentor, teacher, parent, anybody that's developing these young minds nowadays, especially in the social media era, because you got to work doubly hard. I just want to shout y'all out. A lot of people don't give y'all credit for this, you know, especially when you're not getting paid for it. You know, all the late nights, all the practices, all the drives, all the getting the uniforms, all the everything, you know what I'm saying? Not even just the sports aspect, but the mental aspect with the schooling and the growing up and everything like that. I just want to shout out every single coach that's trying to make a difference out here, that care about their team, care about their students, whatever like that. Shout out to each and every one of y'all, because that is something that these kids are never going to forget. You might not see the gratitude in them now, but them kids ain't never going to forget none of the stuff you did for them. All them road trips y'all doing, all them fundraisers y'all doing, you know, everything that y'all doing for these kids, I want to salute and shout out all y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I can't wait to have some of y'all on this show. I want y'all to stay encouraged. I want y'all to know that people like me appreciate y'all for developing these young minds and developing this world where we going into now in 2020, to let these people know that y'all got solid influences and that people care about y'all outside of any accolades that y'all can that they can ever have, that y'all just care about them being people and growing up the right way. So shout out to all of y'all.
I want to add on because mine was about coaches too.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And
Okay.
we don't know what what we're gonna say, what the other
Right.
person
That was
gonna say
freestyle, yeah.
until we go ahead and bring it up to the show live. But I just want to add on to coaches. When we brought in or drafted Sam Bradford for the, back in the Rams years, and then here comes Jeff Fisher. I was always saying, adapt to how that player plays. You know, use his strong points that he was doing in college and bring to the NFL game. Jeff Fisher didn't do that. He wanted to focus on, well, I'm used to, this whole ego thing. I'm used to run the ball first, pass later. Sam Bradford was someone that used to always do shotgun and no huddle. Mm-hmm. And he would catch the defense off guard with his quick passes and accuracy. But with the Rams, Jeff Fisher was stuck in his own ways by having him always run the ball first or whatever, and then dink and dunk. That wasn't his game. Mm-hmm. Going to now, I respect the job that John Harbaugh is doing.
Yeah.
Because he changed it all the way up.
All the way up.
When he had Joe Flacco, he was a non-mobile quarterback.
Yep.
In the pocket, they had certain plays for him. But when you allow Lamar Jackson to be him,
Lamar Jackson, yep.
be what brought him to the game. You can't fear this, fear that. I would rather have his best 3-4 seasons than having him for 8 years and he's decaying, doing the prime years.
Amen.
No, take advantage of how you can win now. You know what I'm saying? Don't handcuff this dude to have him be a pocket passer like Tom Brady when he's not that kind of quarterback. Mm-hmm. Allow him to use his skills. So for John Harbaugh to go out of his way to change up how he managed the playbook and said, let's accommodate Lamar Jackson to have him use a skill set that's going to help our team win. And now this Ravens team is the best team right now in the league.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson is by far MVP. It's all about adapting. It's all about changing and getting out of your way to be a winner. And with that being said, that is the Platform Sports Talk Show this time.
I just want to add on something to that. Did you see his tweet today about saying when Lamar Jackson got the single season passing record for the Ravens, touchdown record, John Harbaugh said, not bad for a running back.
Yeah.
That was tough, man.
Yeah.
That's your coach riding for you.
Exactly. So, once again, that being said, that is the Platform Sports Talk Show.
Yes, sir.
Our last show until next
We'll
week.
see y'all next year,
a
man.
Whole new year. Once again, Tono, thanks for
Appreciate
everything,
you, bro.
We look forward to seeing the future project that you have
Man.
for us. The results of the project. It's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be the best.
When y'all see our
highlight
new
package.
stuff, it's because of this dude right here.
Yeah, you're gonna see merch everywhere. You're gonna see us out there in them games, rocking our shirts,
Yes,
hoodies, caps, whatever it
Going
is.
in.
All because of this man doing his thing. The dopest background music, the dopest hype video you're gonna see. It's gonna be bananas. We can't wait. 2020.
Yep.
We coming. The Platform Sports Talk Show. Stan, hope everything is well with you,
Yeah,
man. B. Baker. There
We
you
exploding
go.
it, baby.
Boom.
We exploding it. That's our new thing if y'all ain't seen it already, man. We exploded it. We exploded all 2020,
There we
man.
go.
2020 vision.
One more again to Sadal. Thank you for
So,
everything.
dog,
that you've
man,
done, bro.
shout out to you, man. We got to get you back when you get time, bro.
Joe. Shouts out to you.
Yes, sir.
Providing that nice little inside with the hockey and baseball. So much more in store.
I'm learning
for
every
y'all.
week from Joe, man.
That's what the
I'm
show's
learning
about,
every
man.
week.
That's what the show's all about. If you don't know about a certain thing, we open up that other part of the brain. Like, oh, wait a minute.
Yep.
Oh, pretty cool.
Yep.
So that's what our show is about, man. Everybody having a good time and just talking about sports. So it's the Platform Sports Talk Show, your Wednesday night sports delight.
But we doing it on Thursday this week.
Right, but next week, of course, back on Wednesday.
Back on Wednesday.
Because
baby.
when it's about sports
It becomes our business.
and business just picked up, we out. Happy New Year. Stay smooth, my friends.